What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today, guys, is a special day because I have a video that's been highly asked for, and it is regarding building a gaming slash streaming PC for a $1,200 budget. It is doable. It is totally possible. I'm here to show you guys some of my tips and tricks on what I look for when I'm about to build my PC and what kind of components I would be putting in a gaming slash streaming PC. We'll be having two websites that we'll be searching back to back simultaneously, Amazon and EVGA, and my goal is to show you guys that it is possible to build a really high quality PC with a $1,200 budget and be able to really sit down and enjoy it. Alright, so without further ado, guys, let's get to business. Alright, guys, so as you guys can see, I have EVGA on the right and I have Amazon on the left, and for this purpose I'm going to be looking at, you know, which site's going to sell the components at a cheaper price. We're not going to be doing any kind of thrifty shopping, so no used products. Is only going to be all new. Our budget is going to be $1,200, so we're going to try to stick under that. Hopefully we go under that, and you know, if we get more money than what we spend, you know, that's more money for upgrades, right? So you guys can do maybe, you know, an additional LED kit or maybe some fans, but that's good for you guys because it's gonna leave, you know, some money on the table for you guys to spend a little bit more. So let's look at the CPU now. For the CPU, what I have in mind, I'm definitely gonna be going with an AMD processor, just because AMD has been doing a really fantastic job when it comes down to pricing and kind of the features you get. You really wouldn't get with Intel at that kind of price. So I'm more gearing towards maybe a 6-core, 8-core processor. I'm originally thinking about the 2700X. That's a great processor. It's 8 cores. So let's see actually how much that one is. 2700X. And let's see what we can find for that. Okay, so right off the bat, I see it's available for $247 on EVGA. Like I said, it's an 8-core, 3.7 gigahertz with a 4.3 gigahertz boost clock. So it's a great CPU, especially for that price. And remember, we're more geared towards gaming at 1440p. So as you guys know, the higher resolution, the higher you go in resolution, it's going to be less taxation on the CPU. So that's when it becomes pretty much GPU bound. So we're gonna be, you know, focusing on a good GPU and a good CPU. Now, you know, I went with this CPU specifically because, you know, it's AMD Ryzen. Ryzen's been, you know, doing a good job. If this was 4 or 5 years ago, if maybe a little bit past that, you wouldn't think about AMD would be where it's at today. So let's look at this. So let's see, like I mentioned, 4.3 boost clock. For max boost frequency, it's a 3.7 gigahertz base clock, 247. Let's see if we can find it on Amazon a little bit cheaper. Let's compare apples to apples. What do we got? So we got 3700X. Okay, so 2700X processor with Prism LED cooler. So you do get an LED cooler for this. And this one's 247, this one's 243. So right off the bat, we see Amazon's cheaper, so we'll definitely go with that. We'll add that to the cart, and there you go. What happened? Okay, so got that in the cart. Okay, cool. So now for the motherboard, we want something that's going to be, you know, good motherboard, but at the same time not too expensive. I was thinking to pair this CPU with, you know, maybe an ASUS STRIX. It's a B450F gaming. Let's check it out real quick and see what we can find on this. Hopefully they have it in stock, and okay, I do see that it's not in stock with EVGA, but it's at 160. Let's take a look at the CPU real quick, outside the motherboard, and as you guys can see, it's got 3 PCI slots. You get dual channel memory, and you get nice RGBs, kind of like a cyberpunk kind of theme. So definitely that looks nice. That looks really nice. Let me check something else out. Okay, and you guys know ASUS is pretty reputable when it comes to motherboards. They're very, you know, they're really reliable, to be honest with you guys. ASUS, I've used ASUS I've used ASUS and Gigabyte. I like ASUS. It's a great manufacturer. And And let's see, it looks good. Let's check out, if we can check out the IO shield, if there's any pictures of that, which they do not have any pictures of the IO shield. Actually, you can see it here. So you get HDMI 2.0, you get a few USB ports, LAN audio, you get your nice mouse and keyboard connection, and you get, I believe that's a USB 2.0 port. So you get, I believe you get 2 USB 3.1 ports and 2 USB 2.0 ports. I think this is a great motherboard. It is listing on Newegg 148, but it's not in stock. Or is it? Well, it's in stock by a different third-party dealer. So let's see if we can actually find this on Amazon and see if they have it in stock. And okay, Amazon does not have it in stock, so we could technically get it from a third-party seller. This one is deal target, so I mean, we can do it 148, 67, and you know, when we get midpoint to our product selection, we'll check out the prices, how much we got everything total in the cart, and see if we're even close to 2200, or you know, if we're a little bit under. So okay, so we got that going. Now let's look at the GPU. Now GPU, I want to go with NVIDIA, more for, you know, just because it's got an NV encoder on there. So when you are streaming, you don't need to worry about using the CPU for streaming. You can use the NV encoder on the GPU, which will help you guys, you know, take a little stress off the CPU. So let's check it out and see what does Amazon have. Okay, EVGA 2060 KO, which this is a really good GPU. Right off the bat, I can just tell. I've used this card personally before in one of my builds. It's got 2 fans on there, so I like this style of fans than just the regular blower fans, one single fan. This is a good GPU, looks good. Let's see, so it's $309 on Amazon. Let's see what we can find on Newegg. And let's hit the jackpot. $329. So right off the bat, we can just see this is gonna be a lot cheaper than Newegg by 20 bucks. So let's add that to the cart. We got our GPU in the cart now. So we got our motherboard, CPU, and GPU. Now let's take a look and see about memory. Memory, I was thinking about doing nothing more than a 16 gigabyte. We really don't need more than 16 gigabytes. It's just because I believe like the total max you'll use is probably 8 gigs, if even 8 gigs, probably maybe even a little bit less than that. So let's check out this one, CORSAIR 16 gigabyte LPX. I already got it up here, and this one is 69 bucks. You get 2 kits, 2 sticks, 3000 megahertz, which is more than enough. And let's look at it real quick. It's a DDR4. Perfect. This looks good. Let's add this one to the cart. All right, so now we got our memory, CPU, GPU, motherboard. Now, to run these components and make sure that nothing fails, we need a good power supply. I'm not talking about over-the-top power supply, but I'm also not talking about a cheap power supply that's gonna die on us in a month or 2, or maybe even in a year, right? We wanna make sure we can get components that are gonna last us for a good time until our next upgrade. So let's look at something maybe a 600 watt and above, and I'm kind of preferably looking for modular power supplies, just so you can have that freedom of, you know, maybe if you want to get some custom cables for it, or you know, you want to match the aesthetics in your build, you're able to do that. So let's look at EVGA CORSAIR 600 watt, see what we can find. The BQ 600 watt bronze is okay. I'm not too worried about bronze. Let's see what else we can find. EVGA 680 plus certified. It's not modular though. We're looking for something that's gonna be modular. And let's see, this one GQ. Let's see if they got that in stock. So they have a 650. Let's see if we can find EVGA 600 watt GQ. Let's see what we find. Okay, I found it right here. So the EVGA 650 GQ is 80 plus gold, which is good. It's modular, so that's what we're looking for. and it is running at 109. Amazon doesn't have it in stock, so let's add that to the cart. Now we got our power supply. And what's gonna be next? Let's look at storage. So for storage, I was thinking about getting 2 SSDs. One will be for the operating system, and the other will be for your games and files. I'd rather go with something like 500 gigabytes for the operating system and go for 1 terabyte. Let's be generous, 1 terabyte for the gaming and files. So automatically what's going to come to my mind is going to be Western Digital, another reputable brand. I like them a lot. So let's go Western. Let's see, Western Digital SSD WD. Let's see what we can find here. Okay, so we found them right here. Here we go, the 1 terabyte. This is what we're gonna look for. So let's see what the sequential write and read is on this. This one is gonna be sequential read is 560 megabytes a second, while the sequential write is 530. So not your fastest, but it is 1 terabyte, and you guys can always add more and or even upgrade if you want to maybe do a 2 terabyte and down the road. So I like this already. Let's see if Newegg has got it in stock and see if they can compare or beat this price. All right, 119 on Newegg, and this one is 114. So automatically Amazon is the winner here. We're gonna add that to the cart. No thanks on the protection. And let's see if we can find a 500 gigabyte one. Let's see. Let's see. Where's the money at? 500 gigabytes. And boom, found it. $64. Let's see what the read and writes are on this. This one is a 560 on the reads and 530 on the sequential writes. Let's see what we can find on Newegg. Hopefully Newegg has something cheaper than Amazon. I feel like lately Amazon has been really going good with the prices. Okay, so here we go. We got a tiebreaker on this. Both are $64.99. So I mean, at this point, we'll give it to Newegg just so we can fill up this cart a little bit. $64.99, sold and shipped by Newegg. And remember guys, if you guys see something today on the video that's for sale, and when you guys go on a computer try to get your parts and it's not, give it like a day or two. These items are always on sale. If it's not on sale that day, it'll be on sale in a couple days. So just keep that in mind. So we added the SSDs, we added the CPUs, we added the motherboard, the GPU, the power supply. Now let's take a look at the case. I'm looking more for a case that has front intake airflow, so something that probably has a mesh or maybe some cutout holes on the plate that will be able to get good airflow coming in from outside to inside the computer. So automatically, I actually worked with this case a couple months ago. Let's see if I can see if it's on a good price, because if it's good, then that's gonna be it. Now this is the case I was talking about, the Corsair iCUE 220T. This is an RGB case. It's got great front intakes. Also, I believe this case comes with some SB120 fans. So you get 3 fans. Let me just double check. Powerful airflow. I'm pretty sure this comes with fans. Let's see. Well, first of all, let me see. Amazon doesn't even have it in stock. So let's see what if Newegg has it in stock. If they don't have it in stock, we'll just have to look for something else. And they do have it in stock. This is something I'm recommending. 108. You get great airflow. There's also room for cable management in the back. Get a lot of things with this, and you guys can get a nice little exhaust fan for the back to blow all the air out. Yeah, so includes 3 Corsair SB120 fans. They're RGB, so you guys are going to be set on that, and then later down the road you guys can add additional fans. 2 fans on the top, 1 fan in the back for the exhaust, which makes it an ideal case for something, or just to make sure it stays cool inside, and for you guys to keep the temperatures nice and chilly. So let's add that to the cart. And let's see, so we got our components in the cart right now. Okay, let's see how much the total is. Let's see if we've come closer to 1200 or if we're above. I'm pretty sure we're a little bit under the way I was calculating everything, so I'm pretty sure we're under. Let's check to see where we stand. So let's get these out. Let's get our cards out. And let's get our calculator out. All right, so we'll start out with Amazon. So Amazon, we're at $738.27. And then we're gonna go ahead and add that to $367.65. And ladies and gentlemen, we're at $1,105.92. So that leaves us almost like pretty much 95 bucks left over to get some additional upgrades, whether you guys want to do some LEDs or get some extra fans for your case. But you're pretty much there. I mean, now with that price, whoever asked me if it's possible, you guys know that it's possible now to get a gaming / streaming PC for close to $1,200. And you know, it's just amazing. Like with some good quality parts, you're able to hit that budget or even below that budget and get something you guys really like. You guys get 2 SSDs for storage. You guys get a really good graphics card, the RTX 2060 from EVGA. You guys get an 8-core processor, 2700X, 16 gigabytes of memory, a good power supply, which is 650 watts, gold rated, great motherboard, and a case that's going to be able to store all the components. So for that price, it is definitely doable. And like I told you guys, if you guys are shopping after you've seen this video and some of the items that I've showed today on this video are not in stock, just give it a day or two. These items always go on sale. Amazon and Newegg always tend to put these items on sale, and that's the beautiful thing about it. So that was my list for this shopping guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be doing more videos like this coming in the future. Maybe we'll do something like $600 budget, $2,000 budget, or even $1,000 budget. But make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to this channel. I always appreciate it, guys. You guys always support me. You keeping this channel always motivating me to keeping videos coming out. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Until the next one, guys. Catch you later.